Welcome back to Robin Reviews. I'm really excited for this video. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. This is the Marvel Legends series, not Mjolnir, wow. It has been a long day. Captain America's shield. This is, you might see this sometimes in GameStops, the stealth version at least, reduced. It's almost in every GameStop. It's not on clearance. I think it's still $180. But I'm going to make you guys wait for it, for the reveal. And so this is the, I can't even fit it all. This is the underside. Please ignore my string. That string does not come with the shield. It is one that I added so I can hang it on some command strip hooks. But this is the arm handles that they have. You can see there it's made by Hasbro in China, copyright 2016. And so I got to say one thing before I do the big reveal, because I'm very excited to do that. If you can't tell, this is almost entirely plastic. I mean, other than the handles and some of the connecting pieces. It is quite light. But I think they did a great job. I mean, I think obviously don't throw this at people. I still don't understand the mechanics of how it even comes back to him. I think maybe it's some magnetic thing that he has on it. This is not that. So don't throw it at people. But considering it's plastic, I think this actually displays a lot better than you'd think. So that's why that box was there. And so that is the Captain America shield. This I've had, I want to say the longest. Captain America is not even my favorite Avenger. But, I mean, there's no denying, like, this is entirely plastic, this front. But the paint job, the detail, and how it displays, I think is phenomenal. I usually think I said awesome. Sometimes people use the word fantastic. But this is phenomenal in my opinion. So I have a display in the basement where this is on. Again, I use two command hooks. They're probably placed on either side. I would say the inner red round, and then I attach the string between the handles and it sits perfectly. If you put you make the string pretty tight because you don't want it to hang too low because you don't want them to be visible. And then beside it, there's a windowsill, and so that's where I have some Funko holding Cap's shield, which I'm going to show in a few minutes. Does anyone have any guesses? Let's see. I'm trying to think of how many I have. Does anyone? You're at home and you're watching this. If you're not clicking through already, how many guesses of how many Funko I have of a character holding Cap's shield? I'm very happy with them. In total, there's more characters than you'd think of that are holding the shield. Most of the ones that I have are MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe. There are 3 that aren't technically MCU. Well, one is definitely not, but there's 3 that aren't. One is, but they took some liberties with the design. It makes it look like wood, and so it's not technically MCU, but it is because of the design. And the rest are MCU specific. And I just really wanted to do a little display of Captain America's. And so in a few minutes, I'm going to swap out. I'm going to take the shield away, and I'm going to put them down to show those. But out of all the cosplay I've seen, and again, this is, not cheap, but not one of not spending thousands of dollars on it. This is probably one of the best looking. Again, if you hold it, you're going to realize it's not the sturdiest, but in terms of cosplay or the visuals of it, it is phenomenal. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like and subscribe. And I'm going to attach the second half of the video, which is part 2, but I'm just going to put it in this one, which has the Funko. So let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm just going to leave the visual just for an extra 10 seconds. I just love how the light shines on it and how shiny it looks for plastic. It really plays up nicely. So, yeah, I hope you like it. And now we get to the holders of the shield. I know I don't have all of them. I do want more of them. But I thought, with the video, who am I without Funko? So I can't just have the shield on. And so in no particular order, I'll go with the ones you see. We'll start with the Poison Captain America, which is the skull looking with the A on it. Not going to give a lot of commentary on these. Black Widow with the shield. I believe that's from, I want to say Civil War or Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier, I believe, or Ultron. Yeah, see, I'm not too sure. I'm gonna go with Ultron. If I'm wrong, you can let me know in the comments. But I think it's Ultron when she drops out of the Quinjet on the motorcycle. Steve had dropped it. The next one up here is just classic Captain America. You can't see the shield there; it is on his back. And all these, other than like the Poison one and the World War one, I think they're all the same design. There you have the Anthony Mackie, previously Falcon as Cap. I'm really looking forward to New World Order, the movie. I think that with Timothy Blake Nelson from I don't know if that's his name. I apologize if it's not, but from The Incredible Hulk. Just such a good character, the leader. When they show that serum dropping in, and his head gets bigger and he smiles, I think they just left that. And a lot of people, myself included, wasn't sure they'd ever pick up that strand, but they did. And so it's exciting. Apparently, this news report said there's going to be like 5 different villains in Captain America 4 New World Order, so that's going to be amazing. Next up, I've mentioned this in previous videos. It looks like it's made of wood. A 4-year-old, Landon, told his mom to get that for me for the collection. So that'll always be part of it. Old Man Steve is next. Now, I don't know if you heard the rumor. There's a rumor that was originally going to be Stan Lee. Which, if you think about it, I mean, maybe a bit cheesy, but it makes sense. Because then you think back, you're like, oh, maybe that's really just Captain America they've seen in all of those scenes. Doesn't really work for when they go back in time to get the extra Pym particle in Endgame, because then you do see slightly older. I guess it would work, but anyway, they instead went with an aged Chris Evans, and I mean, I love that scene. I think everyone saw it coming, but I mean, it's awesome. One of my favorite ones, now the boxed one of the World War One. That's it's the shared version I have, but it's really awesome pop. I love the goggles. I love the attention to details that they did on this one. Next up, Spider-Man from Civil War. That's actually from a 4-pack, and I don't even understand the logic Funko had behind the 4-pack, because the 4-pack in this instance was a normal size Spider-Man like this, Hawkeye, and then a keychain Iron Man and Captain America, and I don't really understand the logics there, or how they decided to pick them, but that's what you have. I'm just glad they have Spider-Man with the shield, because he goes in the collection. Next up is Winter Soldier with the shield from Winter Soldier. Really like this pop. I really like the design work. I mean, they could have been so, not lazy, but I mean, they're like I mentioned in a previous video when I was talking about Mjolnir. There are instances where Funko could have just painted something to look a certain way, but when they put the actual attention to detail into the paint job, like the hair, his arm, even his outfit, the laces, like everything could have just been painted on to look that way, but you can feel it. It's a really good job. And then the last one here, well, the second last one, I'll show you one more after this, is just like the classic Cap with the comic book with the wings on the side and the smaller shield. The only one I didn't show is actually my favorite one. Full disclosure, I also ran out of room on my fancy cake display spinner. But my favorite Funko with the shield is from Endgame, is Cap with Mjolnir and the shield. I don't know how anyone would ever see that scene and just not cheer or be excited. They hinted at that from Age of Ultron. He's the only one, if you remember that movie, when they're having the after party. And I remember Black Widow made this, oh, that's not a question I need answered, because they're all kind of trying to, outdo each other. And it moves a bit for Cap, and Thor looks a little, I don't know if it's concerned, but he kind of looks kind of perplexed, like, well, he might actually move. He thinks it might, but it doesn't. And then he just takes it to Thanos. I don't necessarily buy that Thanos without his stones could take on Cap with Mjolnir and the shield. But he does, and it obviously leads to one of the greatest finale of any movies ever. But that's my favorite one. And so let me know what you think. Let me know how you think, especially after seeing Funko, all these Funko with the shield, and the shield itself, what you think, how you think they both did. Again, that's Marvel Legends Captain America shield, the normal one, not the stealth one, and then all of these Funko with the shield. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and make sure to comment on the giveaway contest. All you have to do is drop your handle in the comments, and one lucky subscribers will win that Funko of the Atom Smasher from Black Adam. Thanks again. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.